Fake news segment for the day. Today is Tuesday, March 26, 2019. Um, this is kind of old news. Apparently, this happened on Sunday. But I thought what was interesting about this was this headline. Of course, his agent is Drew Rosenhaus. But anyway, so Rob Gronkowski from the New England Patriots announced that he was going to retire. He announced it via Instagram, and so he said here, but his agent told ESPN on Monday that he wouldn't be surprised if Gronkowski reconsidered in the future. So I thought that part was interesting. Is that he retired, but like there's a possibility that he could reconsider. I don't know if this is a money grab and they're just trying to see if the Patriots will give more money. Suspense when I told him about this on Sunday night. He said only idiots would be surprised by this. And then the literal video from ESPN was Patriots and everyone else are shocked at this. So apparently suspense number one was the only idiot that expected for Cyberpunk 2077 to be released in 2019. And number two is so wise and omniscient that he thinks that, he knew that Gronkowski was going to retire. So I don't know what to believe here anymore. Started drinking. Is there such a thing as stopping drinking? I say F Gronk. I've had him on my fantasy team the last 3 years, and all he did was shit on me. Oh my gosh. Oh, congratulations, Maximus. That's great news, man. That is great news. But anyway, so I wanted to share this with you guys. Pizzeria owner targeted in slice fusillade. The owner of a Florida pizzeria, of course. The owner of a Florida pizzeria was pelted with multiple slices of pizza thrown by a female patron who was unsatisfied with the service. The question is, what service are we talking about? At the victim's eatery, police report. Responding to a 911 call Friday afternoon, cops found that so-and-so, the 44-year-old proprietor of Olivia's Pizza, with his chest area and head covered in tomato sauce, on the floor of the Newport Richie Pizza place, police added, were several slices of cheese pizza. A subsequent investigation determined that the pizza slices that struck so-and-so were thrown by so-and-so, a 20-year-old woman who lives about 6 miles from the pizzeria, who was in the restaurant with her son, admitted to throwing the pizza at the victim because she was unsatisfied with the service. So-and-so had left the pizzeria before police arrived, but had copied down her license plate number. Told cops that her child threw up upon eating pizza served to them by so-and-so, claiming that the cheese was spoiled. When she attempted to return the pizza, began to yell racist slurs at her and told her to go back to her country. So I don't know. But y'all might want to think twice before you go to Olivia's Subs and Pizza. I'm just saying. Yeah, okay. What was that? Okay, just check. I was like, wait, what's going on here? My skin tags just vanished like that. I don't know. What is a skin tag? Anyway, yeah, so that's that. This was interesting. So Miami's fake chic may plead guilty to millions in cons from here to Europe, or maybe not. So apparently this guy, going back to, let's see here, since he has spent much of his life pretending to be someone else, including a Saudi prince, so-and-so has struggled with the idea of pleading guilty to charges that he conned millions out of investors from Miami to London. Last May, after 2 false starts, so-and-so finally pled guilty to impersonating a foreign government official, stealing other people's identities, and conspiring to commit wire fraud. If we go down here, if I remember correctly, now the ever-vacillating so-and-so who once lived in an exclusive Fisher Island condo. Fisher Island is one of the most expensive places in all of Miami. But calls the Miami Federal Detention Center home, has decided to plead guilty again. So this guy basically defrauded a bunch of people, and told people that he was a Saudi prince, and yeah. There you go. He's actually Colombian born and was adopted by a family here in Michigan. So whatever the 47-year-old Colombian born, Michigan raised so and so finally decides it won't be dull. And so yeah, so he was adopted by a family in Michigan, and then has done all kinds of crazy stuff. But yeah, it's really crazy. Then in March 2007, targeted new prey in Miami. He again pretended to be a Saudi prince with 600 million in a bank account as he went shopping for an upscale hotel. He set his sights on super rich real estate developer so and so who owns the landmark Fountain Blue Resort Hotel on Miami Beach. At first, so and so fell for the con man's pitch to buy an interest, even lavishing 50,000 in luxury gifts on the Sultan, according to sources familiar with the investigation. Using the alias Sultan bin Khalid Al Saud, pretended he wanted to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in the Fontainebleau Hotel, which had been renovated and expanded at a whopping $1 billion cost. Believing that so and so was royalty and a Saudi Arabian diplomat with the means to purchase the hotel, the developer expressed interest in the deal, according to a criminal complaint which did not mention the hotel. But over the course of negotiations in the summer of 2017, including a business meeting between so and so and so and so in Aspen, the billionaire developer wised up, had his security team check out so and so, and reported his suspicions to the feds that he might be an imposter. So yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you get greedy, dude. This is what happens when you get greedy, dude. Look at all this money this guy had. Sheesh. Anyway, scumbag. Hey, Fresh Muffin, how's it going? I suggest updating the Division 2 profile to let people know about your channel. We are almost at full roster. What do you mean? Explain. Updating the Division 2 profile? Explain yourself, Days. I'm confused. I mean, Gronk is hurt always. He needs to recover so he can enjoy life. I agree with you, Maximus. I agree with you. She didn't get the boy with his D in the pizza box. Maybe next time they'll know. Did she throw them like a frisbee or like a... Oh my gosh. Instead of it saying we the best. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Did you see that big YouTuber start a Ponzi scheme and then try and tell everyone it wasn't a Ponzi scheme, and then he got raided by the FBI a few days ago? No, I didn't know that at all. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that. That would have been good for the fake news. Apex. So yesterday, Apple announced that they made a bunch of announcements, but one of which was a new streaming service similar to Netflix or like Amazon Prime's streaming service or Amazon streaming service. But apparently they left out a bunch of details. And so the headline here at CNBC was Apple made its most important announcement in years on Monday, but critical details were strangely absent. And so basically the big detail that was left out after I read this entire article was that they didn't announce any prices. They did announce something with the Wall Street Journal. And so then you don't know if it's being bundled with any services. And so people are just like, what's going on? So it was another speculation in this article was that maybe they had a deal they were working on and it fell through. And so because of that, they couldn't speak on the finances of it. And so, it might have been a bit of a letdown. And so if you use Apple products, this might be interesting, but without, some strong details on what the cost will be, then, we just don't know if it's going to really be that good, or if it'll, is it something that you think can replace Netflix when you don't know what it's going to cost you? Apex. I wonder about that. Like if it's real or not, or a hoax. That guy does a lot of hoaxes. Going fine in a bit. I got to go and study math again. All right, Muffin, good luck with your studies. And I'm good, man. I'm good. Just going through the fake news. What's up, Dr. Durrell? How you feeling, man? You better? 2 new games releasing for Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC this week. Final Fantasy is coming out March 26th. MLB The Show is 19 is releasing March 26th. Generation Zero, which was a game that I believe Gunstar was pretty high on, March 26th. Yoshi Crafted World, March 29th. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, March 29th. And it looks like that's it here. Yeah. So these are several games that are releasing today, March 24th to the 30th, actually. But it looks like they're all on the 26th. Yeah. Well, I guess March 29th for Yoshi and for Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. So anyhow, yeah, if you want to take a look at those, remember that if you type in !fake news, you get the links to all these articles as well. So if you want to look at them after the fact. Even more PC games are ditching Steam for the Epic Games Store. So during GDC 2019, Epic announced multiple titles headed exclusively to the Epic Games Stores. These include The Outer Worlds, Control, and Dauntless. This comes shortly after Quantic Dream announced that Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human would all have their PC debut on Epic's storefront. So there you go. Some more information there. Remember that if you use the Epic Games launcher, use creator code CovertGG. That's creator code CovertGG. Whatever purchases you make on the any Epic Games or using the Epic Games Store launcher or Epic Games Store, your purchase goes towards helping the channel out, and that's at no cost to you, no additional cost to you. So please consider that in the future. And then yesterday while I was streaming, kind of made me sad a little bit, but at the same time it was kind of cool. When I finished streaming, I walked outside and my kid was in a full Nintendo Switch Labo getup. So he built. Do you get anything for the free titles with that code? I don't know, but I would just say use it anyway because they might be looking at that. You know what I mean? The Fresh, what's up, man? How's it going? How's Orlando? How's the weather? Multiple FBI vehicles on the road, agents all over removing all of his electronics. Yeah, it could still be a hoax, though. Yeah, I would tell you that unless there's like a news thing about it that's not on YouTube Apex, I would say that it's questionable. Yeah, I would say at the very least I would question it. So anyhow, but so I good but still sick. That's terrible, man. And you're on vacation, bro. So I walked out after I finished streaming and I saw my son with it. So he had built it yesterday morning while I was streaming. And so I wanted to share this with you. It's only a 30-second video, but it's actually really, really cool. If you own a Nintendo Switch, this is a really, really cool game and setup.
Introducing a new experience for Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Labo Robot Kit. You can make your own Nintendo Labo creation and bring it to life with games on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Labo. Make, play, discover. Available now. Rated everyone 10 and up.
So, like I said, it's a short video. But if you can see, so basically, it's like a Nintendo Switch like VR kind of deal, but without the VR headset, right? And so then what you see that this child has on his head is like a visor, right? And so you can put it up, and if you put it up, it gives you a third-person perspective. And if you put it down, it's like a VR perspective, right? So you go FPS on it, which you can see here in this video. And so essentially, if you see the string attached to his right hand, right? So in that little box he's holding is a Nintendo Switch remote, okay? And then that cable comes back to the system. So inside of that backpack is a series of pulleys attached to different Nintendo Switch remotes, okay? And then, so as you move your arms, right, your character in game is moving their arms. And then if you look, and it's kind of difficult to see, but there's a pulley going from his backpack down to his feet. And then there's like made out of cardboard that's attached to like kind of like boots, if you will. And so then when you're walking, your character walks, or if you stomp, then you like destroy things in the environment. And it is really, 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 really cool. It is really, really neat. And so, you know, it has a video game on Nintendo Switch, and it was just awesome. And so yesterday when I was looking for videos for this so that y'all can see it, my question is, when are you gonna stream this? I actually thought about it yesterday, Dr. Durrell. Yeah, I was like, you know, maybe this would be cool to stream with like a secondary camera kind of deal. But yeah, it is really, really cool. So my brother-in-law bought this for my kid for the holiday, and so he, you know, he just got around to building it now. And so I was telling him, if we get a second one, I don't know how much it is. I haven't priced it out. So if it's not too expensive, I was thinking about getting a second one, and then you can play multiplayer and you can battle each other too. So it's pretty neat. But yeah, so anyway, I just, you know, I thought it was pretty cool. I would have liked to have built it with him.
Introducing a new experience
But, you
for
know,
Nintendo Switch.
I didn't realize what was
The
going on.
Nintendo Labo Robot Kit. You can make your own Nintendo Labo creation.
And when you look inside that backpack,
bring
like
it to
all the
life with
pulleys
games
in
on
there,
Nintendo
like that pulley
Switch.
system is really cool. And I also don't know how many games they
Nintendo
have, or
Labo.
if it's just
Make,
one game.
play, discover.
But anyway, I wanted to share that
Available
with you. I know a
now.
lot of you have
Everyone can
kids, and so this might be something that you're interested in. And then our final piece of the fake news today is the trailer for Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I started watching this yesterday, and then I stopped. Partly because I was scared, and number two, because I wanted to watch it with you all.
Nintendo Labo. Variety.
Wait, what? Hold on a second. Freeze.
Right out of the box, Nintendo Labo.
Never mind. Sorry about that. I don't know why I thought I canceled that. So this says it's not actual gameplay, though.
This city will bleed you dry. You're young. You'll fight over scraps. Safety is bought with blood. Yours. Theirs.
I'd hook up with that.
Ours. Make one mistake, and it's over. Here, no one's hands stay clean. You will come to despise it as much as
That's
I
his
do.
sugar daddy. Holy cow, what the hell?
But I've waited so long